And welcome to this live review of Maleficent 2. Wow, it rhymes. So guys, I just come home. Gosh, it's so late. It's 11:30. So, I just came home and yeah, I finally saw Maleficent. For me at least, it was important. I know that not a lot of people at the moment care about this movie. It kind of, comes out at a particular time of year where nothing is really happening that much, but at the same time, nothing really goes to the movies that much. But we also have Terminator coming just in a week, and we had Gemini Man, which I wanted to go to see it, but I haven't had the chance yet. And we have Maleficent, and Maleficent is actually one of the biggest movies that are coming out in this period of time. And I don't see actually the movie to have much traction at the moment, which is kind of a pity, really, because I know this sequel is a bit late. Like 5 years have passed since the previous movie, but the first movie, guys, first I'm going to touch upon the first movie real quick. For me, it was a really good movie. I really liked it. Actually, I really loved it. And Angelina Jolie is just absolutely magnificent in the role. She is stunningly beautiful, talented, and she has this gravitas to her performance. She has this presence on screen, which is basically the same thing, but you know, as many words that you can use to describe how Angelina Jolie is amazing as Maleficent, I don't think that there's gonna be enough of those, because she's really, really amazing. I cannot stress that enough. And in the second movie here, she's once again off the charts. She really is. Actually, I extremely admire her ability to play this, the way that she speaks, although Maleficent overall does not speak much. She's more like observant, and she tries to learn what's happening because she doesn't really have much experience with humans. So whenever she has to interact with them, she's really, really careful and don't speak without reason. And in this particular scenario, she is placed in this environment around a situation that she's not comfortable with at all, if you've seen the trailers, and she has to somehow react to that. And how does she react? Well, she reacts in the most logical way that is totally according to her character, which is great because they are building upon of what Maleficent is. The way that she is described in the first movie, the way that she is overall presented in the first movie does continue here. So they are staying true to the character from the first movie. However, they are not staying true to the character in terms of, Maleficent as a character. She's not the same Maleficent that you watched in the animations. I think that we all know that. And it's not really a spoiler to say that she's not really evil. Good evening, Nikki. Good evening. Thank you for watching at this late hour. So she is pretty much, guys, a person, a creature. Well, she is a creature, she's not human, but she is somebody that is so unique, and he has grown up in a different environment, and she didn't have much to go on in terms of her relationship with humans, and the only one that she loved, the only first one that she loved betrayed her, as you know from the first movie, and that was absolutely devastating. So her character build up and what makes her what she is basically what she gone through. Hi, dear Ivy. Yeah, I did had a great time watching this movie. Actually, the unfortunate thing was that we did went to a Bulgarian dub, and when I was booking the tickets, I just didn't see that it was Bulgarian dubbed. I thought that it was like normal with subtitles, because movies in Bulgaria usually come with subtitles. And some kids movies, animations, like for instance the new Frozen is going to be, that type of a movie that's like for kids is going to be, dubbed, so kids could watch it without reading subtitles, and that's perfectly okay. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Irko is here. But for a movie that you understand the language anyways and you want to enjoy the original dialogue actually in English, a lot of Bulgarians prefer to watch it, especially if they know English, of course, to watch it with the original, of course, dialogue. You want to see and hear Angelina Jolie and Elle Fanning and Michelle Pfeiffer. We don't want to hear our Bulgarian dub. Although it's good, but it's just not, it's not the original. I'm just saying. Hey, hello there, Willem. Ah, yes. So, yeah, what Willem said basically. This movie, it was a bit more cheesy because of the Bulgarian dub. Actually, that made it more cheesy. But the whole movie, actually, for me, does have a heart. It plays out a lot more like a classical fairy tale that you would expect. It's not poisoned from today's bullcrap that we suffer right now from the SJW bullcrap or anything like that. I was skeptical when I saw the trailers because they showed so much. And I was like, why are you showing me this? Why? If you watch my Maleficent trailer reactions, I don't want to see that. But it was actually, I don't know why I'm saying actually 500 times in this review, but it's, yeah, because it's close to midnight. But it turns out that it was kind of important to see some of what we saw in the trailers and definitely did not show I mean, it did show a lot of things that are actually, again, I said actually, damn it, that are spoilers, but when you see them and you have no idea what that is, it cannot be spoiled for you. You're just like, oh, what's that? I just wonder what's that. And you can't know what it is. So, in that way, they actually did, actually, oh gosh, okay, just put an actually meter somewhere around here and bing every time that I say actually. But it didn't spoil anything, and there was one particular actor that is in this movie, and I haven't checked that he was in it, and he was pretty great in it. Yeah, so it was a nice surprise. Um, I am. Oh, interesting, Ivy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, usually it says with really big words like dubbed, but this time it didn't say, or I didn't see. I don't know how I didn't see it. I usually see it, so I don't know what happened. Mm. Yeah, and of course, some of the, English language is different from Bulgarian, so obviously some stuff in Bulgarian, some lines are not going to sound the same, not even going to mean the same thing because we don't have the same expressions. Bulgarian is not also constructed as English per se. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So, for instance, that line in the trailer where they have this talk, Maleficent and Michelle Pfeiffer's queen character on the table. And Michelle Pfeiffer says, if I didn't know any better, I would say that was a threat or that you're making a threat. And Maleficent is like, well, do you? And Michelle Pfeiffer is like, do what? And Maleficent is like, no better. And that is just so awesome that I'm going to watch this movie in English again just to hear that in English because it's amazing. It's Bulgarian, it's really not, it doesn't sound that good. It just does not. It just loses that strength, of especially of what it means and how Michelle Pfeiffer says it and how Angelina Jolie says it. Chills when I heard that in the trailer. Chills. Now you have to hear it. I have to hear it. I forgot, but I'm pretty sure it was not. Um, it lost a lot, and I even almost didn't recognize the line. When I heard it, I just recognized their faces when they said it, but Anyways, so getting to the point, because I don't want this review to be 500 hours. As much as I love, our talks live, I really have to sleep. So guys, Maleficent. The second movie compared to the first movie, they are very, very different movies, I think. This movie, what it has in common with the first is that again they are staying true to this version of Maleficent. They're staying very true to the visual style of the movie. Actually, this is more beautiful, more vast, more, it's just a bigger movie in terms of scope. What they show you, there's amazing, beautiful scenery, to the palace, forest, and everything that is about the other fairies that I'm not going to spoil that as well. The flying, and it's such a grander scale. And I didn't think that I'm going to be compelled about what actually was happening, and that I'm not going to buy the story, because again the trailers, they presented it as if it's so simple and so ridiculous, some family affairs, and like, what the heck is this? But the movie is actually not about that. There's bigger and more deep stuff going on here, and not only that, but the overall sense of everything, the point of everything. And what you should really take away from this movie is a very, very good, lesson. It's a very, very good lesson. And that lesson also has to do with coexisting. That's the only thing that I'm going to say. Also, I'm going to add that this movie is very diverse in terms of races, sorry, in terms of a lot of races, a lot. And again, I'm apologizing because it's really, really late. I already did a stream earlier, already went to work. I didn't rest at all. I just did the stream right after work, and then ran to the movies, then got back here, and fix my makeup and try to prepare for the stream. So I did not rest at all since, I, went to work in the morning and came back here, basically. I know that you're going to understand. In between marching forces to the borders of the Garian Yardom. Yeah, sometimes I sleep, yeah. Anyways, so guys, I was surprised by the deeper meaning and the diversity here. I want to say about the diversity that actually totally makes sense here. Unlike other movies that are SJW pile of crap, and when they force diversity when it doesn't need to be forced, when it doesn't make any sense, here, at least for the most part, it totally makes sense. And in the end of the day, it has this great message that is not pushed in your face. It's really, we can say organic, and natural, and it's for all the right reasons. All the right reasons. It's not, nothing to do with, again, what we are exposed to these days. It's the right thing to do. It's the right way to do such kind of a thing. So overall, this came across as very awesome, very literally a fairy tale with so many beautiful things to look at, so many, fairies and flowers and romance and just beautiful real love, and all the things that actually we do need in this world, that are not cliche or cheesy. They're just needed because they're real, but you just have to go and not find them only, but you have to be such person to be able to be open to this, to those things that actually make us human and humane, and people that are lovable and capable of love, and not the opposite. So after watching, Watchmen, and overall other dark movies, The Joker, this past few weeks, although The Joker is absolutely amazing, one of the best movies ever made, I really needed personally something that is lighter, that it's just positive, I mean, there's a lot of things that are not positive in this movie that are completely evil, but the important is what is the message at the end, what is the outcome, how this movie made me feel. It definitely made me feel uh, just feel with fluffy things and bunnies and just beautiful rainbows, and I just wanted to put flowers in my hair, although I just can't stand flowers to be in my hair because I'm like, what the heck is this doing here? Yeah, no. Um, yeah, I'm kidding, but you know what I mean. If somebody, buys me flowers, I'm like, thank you very much for the gesture, but I prefer a game. I mean, sometimes flowers, big bouquets, they're so expensive. You just better buy me a game, Because I'm going to play it, enjoy it, stream it, and all of that. You, you know? And flowers are just going to die like 2 days later, and I'm going to, take few pictures of the bouquet so I can remember it, but after that, it's just gonna die, and it's just useless. Useless. I just prefer a game. So for those of you that want to buy me a gift for Christmas or my birthday or anything else, you know what I want. Oh, okay, okay. Have to stop. Yeah, yeah, the dark fairies. Yeah, they are actually pretty interesting. Yeah, it's aware of itself. It's aware of itself. Yeah. Yeah, Nikki, you can all gather money to buy me for Christmas. I mean, like with Blockage, Yavkata, and some other people, Kiro. For instance, we already joked about this when we went to, I don't know what movie was that. Damn it. I forgot what the movie was, but went to a movie with Yevkata and Kiro, my colleague from Superheroes Bulgaria, and I suggested, because we went to a Pulsar, I think. I mean, one of those gaming, shows that we have here in our malls, and there was very awesome figures. For instance, of like Nathan Drake or Assassin's Creed, one of the assassins. And I was like, well, that's amazing gift also for my birthday or Christmas or whatever. And if everybody gathers money there, it's gonna be possible to get it and not cost a lot, to each one of them. So we were just joking, but it's actually a real idea because I'm not hard. I'm not hard when it comes to buying me gifts at all. I mean, we have a saying here in Bulgaria, we are like, this person is very hard to buy him or her gifts because I just don't know what they have everything or I don't know what they want. But I'm very easy. I just love games, movies. Like for instance, I don't have the new. I mean, I don't have Wonder Woman on Blu-ray still. But most important are games and figurines for me, and a sword. But sword is too expensive, especially if it's like real or replica of something. So I'm just gonna be very very happy with a figurine or a game. One of the two. But yeah, guys, never mind that. I'm sorry. I just went on a one of my out of topic rants, but I just want to mention that overall, again, guys, this movie is very very good. In the beginning, I was not very sure when I was watching it because I was like, okay, where they're going with this? Angelina Jolie barely says a thing. I mean, what's going on here? But then I get it. They were just staying true to her because I was really confused at the beginning. I was kind of confused, because judging by the trailers, those trailers, they're just misleading you. But at least, and when you mislead me, just make me just you know don't make me think that the movies suck, if you're going to mislead me, the audience in general, I mean, just, not do this at least. But anyways, those are the trailers. Maybe that was the problem, that a lot of people are not going to see this because they have no idea about the substance behind the movie, actually, that it really does have substance. And the first one did have a lot of substance, and I just loved it, and I just love her story. And now I even love her story more. Yeah. To me, she's a real genuine character. She's not just the character from the previous Disney cartoon. She's not that. She's just entirely different character, but she is a very good character. A movie, Maleficent, I mean, on her own. And I want to first, I quick mention that, as we say here in Bulgaria, Angelina Jolie is breaking things, which means uh, Kartimivki, that's in Bulgarian, which means that she is super awesome and she is off the charts great and all of that that I mentioned before. And same goes for Elle Fanning as the princess, for Michelle Pfeiffer. Again, amazing presence, gravitas, beauty. Just she's amazing. She's just you can't go wrong with Michelle Pfeiffer. She is just force on the screen, you know. She is just class. She's just I mean, no matter how old she gets, she's always going to be like super awesome and beautiful, and you have this like I don't know how to say, just charisma, presence, everything that you can think of, just awesomeness. And Elle Fanning has a real potential, you know, to become even more and more and more amazing because she did grew up, she did become a bit more mature. Of course, 5 years have passed, but she's still this super lovely, endearing princess that is just so pure. She's just so pure, and that is making her beautiful even more. And it's just so, you know, tender, and she's just breathtaking. She really is. And the prince, I was having my doubts because of the prince, because they did switch the actor. It is different actor, but this actor is also very good. It's just not the previous actor that I kind of preferred, but it's a good actor, and he's a great prince, and he looks like a prince, and he's charming and brave and smart, and this is all kinds of right things that a fairy tale should be and should feel like. Very, very amazing. Yeah, break things. Get it dubbed in English and Bulgarian. Yeah. Kurtyamivki break things. I dubbed myself. Oh god. Ah, guys, you guys are hilarious. And yeah, lovely to see you, Sand. So yeah, Sand, he said that he liked the movie. And yeah, I love that. I love that. I'm not disappointed. If you like the first Maleficent, you're probably going to like this Maleficent because they actually did not ruin it, and they did, you know, improve upon what she is like. They built lore around her, you know, which is great because actually this has I think potential, but whatever villain is like next, if this is, I doubt that it's gonna have a sequel now, but even if it does has if it does have a sequel, I don't know what they're going to do next. I mean, it is great as it is. It really is. You know, uh, gothic styles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Stan, that is so great. I'm really happy to see that. I mean, to hear that and to see that. Yeah, what you're saying, it's great. She is superb. Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer is superb. I mean, why still? I mean, I know that, you know, of course, that people get old, actors also get old, but that doesn't mean that she can't act. I mean, Betty White is freaking 96 now, and she's an active actress. A lot of other people that a lot younger than her died from old age or some kind of a else problem. A lot of other actors died way before her, and she's still going. She's still going. She still has perfect timing, acting, everything. I mean, as long as you have the genes and you sustain yourself and you're keeping active yourself, you keep living basically. You're keeping motion is lotion and you're just keep on moving. And yeah, well, that's it basically. I mean, there's a lot of things to be considered, but if they have also the the means to do it, which of course they have. I mean, some people, some stuff are free to sustain yourself. Some stuff you have to do something about that, but they do have the means. So if they know how, then why not? You have to do it. You're an actor. You have to respect yourself, your craft. You have to sustain yourself. So I never had any doubts about any actor. Actually, I didn't ever think, wow, does this guy or woman or actress could do this? Still, I was always like, well, if they're gonna play the role, they can. They're cast for this role, so they can. I never even crossed my mind that they can't. And the other thing is that the more you act, the more better you get. The more you have, of course, experience. And they're building up experience. And Angelina Jolie has experience playing Maleficent previously, and now she is even better in some ways. You can see that her acting is even more mature as this character. She showed the growth of Maleficent, so to speak. So never have any doubts about those actresses. They're class A actors, all of them. So I just love them. They deliver. They deliver. No, we're not spoiler. I don't think we're gonna get to spoiler territory. I mean, I don't have time for spoiler review anyways, and I don't want to spoil it. That's why I'm just going to say that this is even bigger than you think, has more meaning than you think, and it builds upon her lore and story, especially with the other fairies. That's the key, and it's very diverse. And this time, diversity does have actual meaning, and it is good, and it is great, and it's actually used right. That's enough. We don't need to get into spoilers, really. One thing you hate about the video go is tell me in person. Okay. Of course, Ivy, of course. And that is it, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great, rest of the week. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so we are halfway there. And well, just turned midnight here in Bulgaria. And again, to remind you guys, for all the Bulgarian fans, tomorrow 8:30 on Twitch, I'm going to stream in Bulgarian. Particular game, whatever game I pick, I'm going to stream till 10. So 8:30 tomorrow. If you want to watch me in Bulgarian Twitch, my Twitch channel, check it out. Links in the description down below. Consider supporting me if you like. And Mike, I'm sorry that you came that late, but thank you very much, Michael. You can always review the review, see the review. Thank you, Abby. Yeah, I do recommend this movie, and finally, I'm going to give it a score as I usually do if I don't forget. It's a fairy tale. As a fairy tale movie, this is definitely one of the best that I've seen. 9, yeah, 9. I really love Snow White and the Huntsman as well. But this made me feel more like watching a fairy tale. It has better meaning and better feeling to it, and even better scale to a point. I've written some things that surprised me, and I do feel that it has a heart. So I would say, as a fairy tale type of a movie, it's 9. Yeah, that's it. So good night, sleep well. Until next time with me, Gary G reviews a lot. Thank you very much for the support on the Watchmen video, and if you have any thoughts about that, you can always comment on there. Thank you, Ivy, for the awesome sweeping of the trash, and yeah, Michael, you can check that out if you like as well. I just can't believe what people there are in the world, but anyways. Requires 10 turkey power. Yeah! Okay, guys, sleep well. Bye bye.